Prince Job Paulo Kafeero, who was also known as the Golden Boy of Africa, was the most celebrated Ugandan composer and singer of Afrofolk music, which is commonly known as Kadongo Kamu among the Ugandans. During his time as a musician, Paul was recognized both nationally and internationally and had won various awards. By the time of his death, he was going to celebrate 20 years since he had started his music journey. He was born on the 12th of July in 1970 in Nkokonjero in Mukono district to Mr. Vicencio Nangana and Philomena Nanozi. Sadly, he died on the 17th of May in 2007 in Mulago Hospital in Kampala at the age of 36. He obtained his primary level certificate in 1977 at Nkokonjero Demonstration School and later went to Ngowe Baskerville Senior Secondary School, although he did not complete. Due to lack of support from his father, he dropped out of school and started to hustle to make a living of his own, making bricks, cultivating and selling beans, selling second-hand clothes and tailoring until he later became famous through his music. At the age of 16 in Masaba village, he started his music career when he created his first music group called the Plateau Boys in 1987. He traveled to Kampala later the following year with the hope of joining another Kadongo Kamu group, and by 1989 he was singing with the Makula guitar singers with Livingstone Kasozi and Herman Basude, who were very successful by that time. Kafeero, who had always had the dream to have his own group, formed his own that was named the Kabula Dramactors, which he later dissolved to form the Kulabako Guitar Singers in 1992. Some of its members were Chizito Misambwa, Musange, Chizigo Sarah, Namata Immaculate, Nasanga, Buko Bright, Sekate Charles, his wife Nasuna Mariam, and his sister Nantongo. He led the group for over 20 years of successful music until the time of his death. Kafeero is known to have released over 20 albums, which consisted of over 80 songs, but his major song was in 1994 that was titled Walumbe Zaya. The song was a lament of 15 minutes on death without repeating a word. It brought out the effects of death, and it helped put him on the Ugandan musical scene. This song was even the reason why he got nicknamed the Golden Boy of Africa from a festival in Cairo where he even won a golden medal. In 2003, he released another hit song titled Dipo Nazigala, which dramatically ridiculed the drinking habits of Ugandans. The song also gave him a lot of recognition from his fans. At a very young age, he had already won a seat among other prominent Afrofolk icons like Kasozi, Jimmy Katumba, and the late Eli Wamala. It is even remembered that Paul Kafeero was respected and acknowledged by his fellow Kadongo Kamu singers for his deep understanding of the rich and ancient Luganda language. His music maturely and creatively addresses the social issues of the society and is marked by humor and sarcasm with rhythmic Luganda lyrics. The Afrofolk music legend was not only unique with a melodic and gentle voice, but also had a charm with stage performances that had vivid costumes in relation to the lyrics, and his music often addressed social and traditional issues in long narrative lyrics. His songs are still relevant to most Ugandan people in whose hearts he still remains. Kafeero is believed to have fathered over 10 children with his many wives and concubines. And by the time of his death, he had not legally married any of them except a one Mariam Nasuna, whom he had only married in a traditional marriage ceremony. Nasuna is one of his wives who was a mother to Thomas Kafeero Schwarzenegger. Although most of other children came out after his death, he had officially acclaimed 5 children, and they are Simon Peter Kafeero, Nagawa Elizabeth, Kafeero Benedict Dube, Thomas Kafeero Schwarzenegger. A few years after his death, there arose some controversies among his children in the need to fight for the property that he had left behind. His children, together with some of his wives, during the wrangles, the fight turned bitter when they all agreed to carry out a DNA test for all those who were claiming to be the late's children. The family wrangle even brought up ideas of the exhumation of Kafeero's body from his tomb to get the remains of his DNA. This absurd conflict, however, still remains a dilemma within the family and the public. Some artists even advised the children to live together in harmony and respect their father's memory. During his music adventures abroad, Kafeero met an American girlfriend named Catherine Barrett Gaines, whom he was so proud to show to the rest of the world. He even wrote a song describing her beauty and her uniqueness in a song that she titled Omwana w'Omuzungu, which translates as a white woman. Catherine still resides at the home that they shared near Kampala, where she takes care of his sons. One would say that Catherine had nothing but true love for the late Paulo Kafeero, for she even translated all of his work in a book that was published by Fountain Publishers in Uganda. The book is titled One Little Guitar, and it covers all of the songs that Paul had written during his music journey. Even if the music legend has been dead for over 10 years, Paul Kafeero still continues to touch the hearts of many through his educative songs and his melodic voice. And may his soul continue to rest in eternal peace.